Dude, how is Georgia still ranked? We may never know. Oh, we lost connection. Fucking hell. I shouldn't have said that. Alright. Dude, I swear to God, if you guys this one of us, no, it doesn't give us a loss. What? This is Justin. That's Penn State.
What's good, YouTube? FAIRDALE Kings here. We're going to be live streaming coverage of the Georgia at Ole Miss game tonight.
This is the one that went toe-to-toe with Vic and gave up 350 rushing yards. This one went toe-to-toe with Vic and gave up 350 rushing yards. Yeah, I'm searching already again. So. Alright, just since you didn't.
Right now we're dealing with some technical issues. I had to restart, so it gives me a chance to come back in here. Do a little bit of editing, get the right picture up here.
Try restarting a game.
We're gonna save that. Able to send this out to the rest of the crowd.
$94 a month for this bullshit, Robbie.
Hopefully we can get this.
He's gonna hit the bed, bro. It says bedtime's 10 o'clock
right now. I hope y'all didn't have to pay for the this pay-per-view. This ought to be a live, free stream. If you're paying to watch this, someone ripped you off. We're going to jump in here real quick. I'm going to give you guys a breakdown, quick analysis of these two teams.
It's getting serious now. Is Vic going to commentate it? That'd be dope.
Going in here right now, we're going to look at the season stats of this matchup, give you guys a little bit of a preview, maybe a breakdown.
Shouldn't play that in link, so unlimited echo.
So tonight, we have a top 25 matchup. We have number 25 Georgia,
my
which
favorite
is
already.
4-4 overall in the season. Actually 4-2 in the SEC, which I'm surprised. I didn't know they had 4 SEC wins. I didn't think he could count the 4. His team stays drunk. Coach Warren stays drunk. That is his attitude. That's his MO. But it's been successful for him. And then you have number 5 Ole Miss, which is 9-0 overall, 5-0 in the SEC. Little B has just been running rampant through the SEC. Had no close games thus far.
All right, am I joining you, Warren?
Vegas says this is a 31.5-point game.
All right, bet.
I'm going to bet Ole Miss and the points. Take the over. This is going to be a slaughter.
All right, am I joining you, Warren? All right, yeah, I gotta leave this. I gotta leave this session, then I gotta leave the Dynasty. Then I'll be putting your game.
So we're going to look real quick. Ole Miss's schedule. They won their opener versus Louisville 45-24. They then waxed Middle Tennessee State 56-35. Went to Wake Forest and beat them 41-24. Rode through Georgia Southern 37-3. Beat Kentucky 45-7. Went to South Carolina on the road and won 45-28. They then went to Death Valley and played at LSU and beat them 48-28. The game that I thought would be difficult for them because Oklahoma is a bugaboo, and they beat them 42-24. Last week, they went to Arkansas and beat the Hogs 34-10. This is going to be a one-sided affair. Now, Coach Kugel on the sideline, he does have a passing game. If you line up on him one-on-one, he is going to take advantage of
connection
it.
here. This is time point.
He says, I'm going long. He lets you know what he's doing. You just have to stop it. I just don't know if he has enough defense to slow down his high-powered Ole Miss offense.
Yes, sir. Here we go. Hey, I got that kid from Ballard.
Jackson Dart for Ole Miss is 197 completions on 282 attempts. He's completed 69% of his passes, 34 touchdowns, and 12 interceptions on the year. Looks like we've got a little bit of weather in this game. Ole Miss going to accept the opening kickoff. They didn't get across the 20. He's going to start back up inside his own 20. He's going to start this drive on the 18-yard line. Comes out in a 2-by-2 set. Looks like Georgia's lined up in a cover zero, man-to-man across the board. Looks like a gain of about 40 on the opening play. Well, he's going to roll the dice. He's going to come back out in this defense. Same look. Let's see what kind of adjustments they make. He throws the ball blindly out to the right side. Going to pick up 16 yards on that pass attempt. You see the comparison right now. Jackson Dart's completed 70% of his passes for 3,500 yards. Carson Beck completing a mere 56.5% for 2,200 yards, 13 touchdowns. I bet he's thrown close to 25 or 30 interceptions. We're going to do a little bit of RPO action. It looks here. He's going to go with the dive. Georgia's all over it. That's going to be a loss of 3. That's the first negative play. Defense standing their ground right now. Looks like they tried to cut the end. Had no success there. Georgia's going to put them in a second and long situation. It'll be interesting to see if Georgia stays in this this nickel double mug look. They're showing cover zero. I don't know if he's going to back out and play a zone behind it. Nope, he's going to bring the house again. They're going to get penetration. Could have been close to a face mask. Gain of 2 for Georgia. It's going to bring up a 3rd and long on the 31-yard line.
I had 58. I had a 54-yard field goal. I don't know.
Looks like Ole Miss is going to come out in an empty set. They're 5 wide. He's going to have to get rid of the ball quick. I mean, I don't know how successful Coach Warren will be. And he heated him up. He's going to stay in this. I mean, he is committed to his defense. Nickel double mug. He's going to bring pressure off up the middle and off the edge. Going to force a long field goal here. 47-yard field goal, and he's just going to hit that like a layup. That is a chip shot for Ole Miss. They're going to get on the board first. 3-0 Ole Miss. Georgia's going to go ahead and take the touchback, start 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line with 3:05 remaining in the first quarter. Wow, I didn't know you could have so many tight ends. Holy cow, there's 1 receiver, 1 running back. I need to count it. 3 tight ends. That's a heavy look. He's going to try a halfback dive. Loses 1. Looks like Ole Miss. This is a copycat league, I'll tell you that. Little B comes out in nickel, double mug. Middle blitz 0. Imagine that. He's following his father's footsteps with his defensive playbook. We're going to get motion. I wonder what we're going to get. He's got time. He hits the running back underneath. It's going to pick up 10.5 yards. It's going to be 3rd and inches.
I'm going to say, don't be stupid.
Georgia's going to come out again in this big, heavy offense. They're going to have to run right at it because you're going to trap play against this. You're not going to have success. You're not going to have success. He's going to actually lose a yard there. When they're running that double mug, you have to run north and south. You don't have time for your guards and tackles to pull. You're going to get negative yards. The defense will get penetration. You have to attack that defense head on. You got to go right at it. If you're not, we're going to have a slaughter like Julio the other night when he decided he was just going to keep pulling guards and trying to throw the ball and couldn't understand why he had no time for anything. You got to run dives. You got to run inside zones. Looks like Georgia's changed up the defense on this second series. He has a plan. Wow, that was close to a fumble. They're going to rule that an incomplete pass. That's the Tom Brady effect. Home field. They're going to say the arm is moving forward. That's going to be an incomplete pass. We've got 2nd and 10. I've seen this formation before. I've got the Oregon coach sitting beside me, and he loves this look. And he's gonna shake loose. He did have the seam up the left side. Missed the read. Jackson Dart pulls it down. He's going to pick up 7, bring up 3rd and short. Right at midfield. They're going to come out. They're going to run the RPO. They're going to give the ball to the back, and he's going to shake loose for a 51-yard touchdown right up the middle. Missed tackle, and it is over. Great defense call, but you've got to be able to come out and execute. If a guy misses his gap responsibility, it's going to be a long night. With 1:35 remaining in the first quarter, Ole Miss 10, Georgia 0.
Checking something you've never seen before.
I'm excited, though. Let's see what Coach Warren has up his sleeve. I know that he doesn't practice. He doesn't watch film. He really doesn't give a shit what's going on. I mean, they're going to come out. He's going to do what they do. If the players come out and play well, he's got a chance to win. If not, he has no problem giving up 80 points. Just ask Texas coach. They ran them out the gym. That was a basketball score. He's going to try to run the stretch here. Going to be a gain of 0 on that play. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Going to get the motion again. He's got a guy running right down the seam. He's going to throw the ball to the flat, though. Missed 2 wide open receivers. Linebacker is going to take that back to the house. Raymond Collins with a house call. He's shooting darts. He's shooting arrows. Good guy. Shoot me if I got to sit here and keep watching this. We're looking at a 17-0 start. We are still in the first quarter. I'm going to have to say it is the weather.
We got a lot of recruits on the visit week right now.
Playing a factor in Georgia's offense. He's going to bring it out the end zone. Wow, he almost took that to the house. He's a couple inches away. If he hits that hole a little bit tighter, he might still be running. Listen to coach on the headset. I'm overhearing him right now. He's talking to his coordinator upstairs, and they're already talking about how many recruits they have and looking at the cheerleaders and the moms in the stands. Kind of weird listening to this conversation, but they're already looking around. Think they've got this game wrapped up. It's 17-0, and he's already talking about the Lambos and paying off his recruits. Kind of weird, but it's what they do. Pretty relaxed style with Coach Kiffin and Coach Kugel working in conjunction together.
Did you die for that?
Georgia's going to be facing a 3rd and 6 after getting heated up there. Looks like he's going to come out in 21 personnel with 2 running backs. Tight end was wide open. He's going to pick up the first down, though. He ran a little scissor action with the backs. Held that linebacker. If he just waited a split second more, went to the tight end, he probably would have had a gain of 15. But, hey, you hit that check down. If they're going to give you that, you take it. Looks like they're going to come out and double stack now. One back. Going to throw the screen out there. Not going to have any time for anything. It's going to be a loss of 2. I don't know about that. Those guys were giving pinky promises. That's kind of weird. Gets up, he gives him a pinky and says, hey, thank you for smacking me in my mouth. Can I have another? We're going to let the quarter end. After 1, it's Ole Miss Rebels 17, the Georgia Bulldogs 0. Coming back from that brief break, you see that Georgia's going to be facing a 2nd and 12. They're going to try to run the ball again, pull the guard around. You're not going to have any success against nickel double mug pulling guards. Not going to happen. It's going to be a loss of 3. We're facing a 3rd and 15. Coach Warren, put the headset on. You're going to hear the announcing team from Ole Miss actually giving you a little bit of tip there. Maybe your offensive coordinator who's watching the game in the broadcast. Oh, wait a minute. He used to be the former Colorado coach. He didn't win no game, so he's not going to give you any good advice either. Nice check down. Going to pick up 1 when he needed 15 yards. Going to be 4th and 14. Looks like he's going to go ahead and go for it. I mean, this game's already getting out of hand very quickly. We see that Ole Miss is making some adjustments. They're going to be backing their guys up and guarding the sticks. They're still in this 3-3. Obviously, they're not in nickel double mug this time. He's going to play some coverage. He has some guys underneath. He's going to throw the completion.
Fuck. I was trying to do something.
Wow. What a favorable spot. Oh. After further review, he was marked half yard short. Ole Miss going to take over at the 42 going in. Nickel double mug. We're getting motion again. He's going to throw the swing pass. It was going to be a double pass. He's running some razzle-dazzle. I told you. Little B is already looking at racking up stats. He's playing out the trickery. He's running a trick play there. It's going to be a halfback pass, but it was clogged up. Going to be a loss of 8. Bring up 2nd and long. He's going to throw the fade to the left. He gets a guy in man coverage. Kendrick Lamar, swimming pools. He's diving out there at nothing. He must have seen a ghost. Anyway, Harris with the long reception. Going to be another touchdown. Ole Miss, we're looking at a 23-0 advantage with 3:50 remaining in the 2nd quarter. Trey Harris. $24-0. This is not the start that Coach Warren and Georgia are wanting. If there was a blackout and this game went dark and Coach Warren pulled his team off the field, I couldn't blame him because right now this is an ass kicking.
He's running fast enough.
If you could, I might actually punt the ball. Could be favorable. It worked for Julio one time. He does get behind the backer. He ran a double post there. He could have went to either one of those guys. He hit the tight end on the short under. He's got a little bit of time. I mean, right there, if he's throwing the ball in the hash, that tight end on the right, I mean, he had a little bit of space there as well. He's now in a quads look to the right, one back. He's going to run a sprint out. He's got guys running everywhere. I don't know where that ball is going. 2 receivers wide open. He split the difference and missed both of them.
Yeah.
Quarterback is off balance as hell. Hey, I don't know if you guys see this, but man, he's found a little something.
Get out balance, buddy.
Tight end or slot receiver running across the middle, wide open. He goes back to his money. It's worked several times. Why change stuff if you got something that's working? Just ask Ohio State's coach last night. It was like, we watched the RPO several times, and it just kept working and over and over, and just like the halfback dive. Why change up and run something different? You can run that play until someone can stop it and show you you can stop it. I think Ohio State last night threw a whole 6 passes, completed 5 of 6. In fact, their full-string running back completed a pass last night.
Cocaine
That's how
sugar
good
stuff.
they had it going. Defense couldn't stop nobody.
Cocaine and strippers.
They're able to hang on. Look at this. This is a monster backfield. Picks up 6 yards. This is a nice little drive we're seeing right now being put on by Georgia. They're going to go for trips right or trips left. 3-by-1 set. I'd run the ball to the left. He's got a swing pass to the right. This guy is wide open. No one is guarding the back out of backfield. Holy
cow. I had the guy that was covering
the back. We've got a touchdown, Georgia, and right now, my money ain't looking right because this cut into the money line. I had 31.5 points bet on this game, and it's a 24-to, wait on the result of the extra point. It's a 24-7 game. 17-point spread. I'm feeling better. I'm feeling better. Oh, he's going to dance at midfield. Are you kidding me? This jackass just sat here and decided he was going to dance and high step on the 35, and he takes a kickoff return that should have been a touchdown and then turned it into a long return.
I'm not going to snap it. That's how I caught that.
Man. Come on, boys. We're going to throw the ball out there to the front pylon.
Got it.
Get caught just short of the end zone.
Get set.
He throws the ball quick across the middle. Doesn't connect on that. After watching this replay, that pass to the pylon, man, it was very close to being a touchdown. Looks like his knees were down in the end zone, but the ball didn't cross the plane. We've got 3rd and 1, 3rd and go from the 1. He's going to try to attempt to throw the ball down here on the goal line. He gets heated up. Oh, if that linebacker turns around, that's a pick. Right now, Ole Miss is facing 4th and goal from the 1. We're 5 wide. Heat it up, man. Let's bring it. Put your guys up. Let's go man-to-man across the board. He gets beat across his face. Going to give up a touchdown. Great effort, though, by
Georgia
drill
my
on the
kicker like
goal
that,
line.
man.
It took him all the way to 4th down to punch the ball into the end zone. We're back up to a 31-7 game. Those guys from Blue Mountain State / Georgia do not care. Looks like they just ran right into the kicker intentionally. They hit him on his plant leg. They're sending messages right now. You know, if you're going to come out here and you're going to, run up the score, dance on us, we're going to take shots, even if it's your kicker and punter. Someone's going to be held accountable. And unfortunately, it's those guys with good legs and kickstands out there who are facing the consequences of your actions. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. That was a bad play right from the get-go. Ole Miss is going to pick it off and run back about 35 or 40 yards for a touchdown. My money looks right, though. We're looking at a 31-point game. It's going to be 37-7 right now. After this extra point, it's going to put it at a 31-point spread. Halftime cannot get here soon enough, folks. ROTC from Ole Miss right now, their arms are getting tired from all the push-ups that they've already completed.
Oh, come on.
You're looking at right now, Ole Miss has 6 rushing attempts for 85 yards in the touchdown. On the flip side, Georgia has 5 carries for 6 yards. Wide open inside guy running right down the middle of the field, streaking. Missed that. Hit the out. You see Beck right now has got 104 yards passing, but he's thrown several interceptions, which that's been the MO. Oh, he had a guy breaking loose, breaking free, coming across the middle. But that's been the biggest problem with this Georgia team. You know, they're going to throw the ball. They love to air it out. But they still make some questionable reads. And those usually lead to turnovers, bad passes, interceptions. He throws the check down. He read that like a cheap book.
Oh, okay.
Tight end was wide open. He's been going there a lot. We've got 3-by-1 here. I wonder if this running back's going to sneak out of the backfield. He's done it consistently with that back. He's going to run him out on the wheel. Throws the ball across the middle of the tight end. Hey,
Oh, he throwing a pick
15.
too.
You ain't got time to hold up, buddy. You got to put this in turbo. You got to get this throttle down. Three by one. He's got a wheel route up the right side. He goes to it. Ball gets tipped out. We got a 3-deep look here, but he's going to roll. Georgia does take a shot. They were running 3 vertical. Quarterback Beck wasn't too happy with that, but the problem with that was, if you watch the replay, Beck throws the ball off his back foot. He's not stepping into his passes, which leads to a lot of balls that are just fluttering aimlessly downfield on the deep balls. He's seeing ghosts with all the pressure that he's faced. He's not setting his feet, following the mechanics. What a great read. I did not know that Georgia could do that. This guy just stemmed the route. Holy cow, if he can run stuff more like that more consistently and slide protect his lane, hey, Warren's looking more and more promising. I mean, this year has been a struggle. He's figuring it out. He's got a guy wide open again. Hey, this is a tough matchup. I'm not going to lie. Lil B and Ole Miss was my favorite to win the SEC this year. I watched him in a previous exhibition match against Oregon, and I think him and Oregon are the quality of this league. Both these guys are X and O gurus. I mean, they're tacticians. Both of them play very sound defense. They take care of the football a little bit, can be a little bit careless and nonchalant with their play calling at times. But I just think that's when you're winning games in the fashion that they do, that some of these games become boring and they start doing some stuff that might be a little bit questionable. Some of the old heads might not agree with it, but hey, what can you say? When you look at the results, both Oregon and Ole Miss are sitting at 9-0. This is a result-driven league. It's all about W's at the end of the day. It doesn't matter necessarily. There is no style points. So, hey, they get it done. Who can be mad at him? Look, right now, though, you're seeing another edge pressure. It does slow down and stymie this drive. It's been a nice little drive. He's got underneath again. He stemmed that route. He's going to have to call a timeout. It's going to be his last timeout. Gets down, though, inside the 10-yard line. He's going to be stopped. It's going to be 3rd and 2 at the 8. Going to have to throw the ball to the end zone on this play. If it doesn't work, maybe go for a field goal. Getting a little bit of momentum going into the half, but Coach Warren, I'm not necessarily, feeling warm and fuzzy. He got a guy wide open. Holy cow! He makes the wrong choice. 25 jumps the route. He's going to take it back to end the half. Ole Miss is going to go up 45-7 at the half. I like that. I mean, that was a great route combination. The tight end that was breaking up the hash, though, was wide, naked, open. Went to a wrong read. He's grown spoiled coming back underneath, but he had a guy wide open on the hash. There was no one around. Makes the wrong choice on the read. But that's being disciplined. That's, it goes back to what I said. You've got to watch film. You've got to understand the concepts. Watching Coach B, he has been robbing the middle, faking that he's going in different places and anticipating what the throws are. He does a great job with that. That's a skill. At the end of the day, that's something that you work on. That's repetition. You do it over and over again. So anyway, at halftime, Ole Miss 45, Georgia 7. I'm covering right now. Georgia's going to start the ball on the 25. Down 38 points. Hopefully they don't try to get back all at once. He does have a guy still. That hitch was still wide open. Doesn't get rid of the ball. Probably could have just thrown it away. Didn't have to lose 2 yards. Going to face second and long. But just sometimes, you know, when you get outside the pocket, it doesn't hurt. Pressing that right thumbstick. Dump the ball out of bounds. Suck up that loss. He's going to throw the ball out here to the flats. This guy just followed him all the way out there. It's going to be another interception. I've lost count. That might be 6. I don't have life stats in front of me, but that is a whole. That's probably a half dozen interceptions right now. And we've played a little bit over, 10 minutes of game action.
Here we go.
Ole Miss is still out in their sets. Jackson Dart right now is 21 of 31 passing for 389 yards, 3 touchdowns. On the flip side, that's what he averaged a game. I'm sorry. I blew that one. I misread that. He's got 89 yards passing. He hasn't had to throw the ball because his defense has really came to play. Again, Georgia heats him up. He's laying on his back. Jackson Dart averages 389 yards a game, but tonight he just hasn't put up those yards. This a very aggressive Georgia defense is just turning the dogs loose. We'll see if he runs this dive again. He's going to give it to the back. He's going to take up the middle. We've seen this over and over again with this RPO action, the RPO alert bubble. Out of that trips left look, comes back out in the same set. We're going to run the same play again. He's going to give it. He's going to get stopped after a 1-yard gain. We're going to run turbo, line up. Let's see if he can.
It's a whole pass.
Stop. He goes right back to it. I don't know if he's going to give us a different look here. It's hard press. I mean, he's averaging like 10 yards, 12 yards a carry on that. But last one he was held to 1 yard. All indications are right here. He's going to go to a different route. He throws a quick out. What a miserable pass. Terrible pass. Decent read, but man, that ball was all over the place. He throws it out there to the stands. Pat McAfee and his crew just caught that ball and threw it back at him. Georgia now is going to take over. Deep in their end. On first down, he throws the ball on a slant to the left, picks up several yards. We're back in this 13 personnel. I mean, I can't believe how many tight ends. There was a tight end breaking loose on the left side. He would have probably caught the ball and turned up for another 10 yards, but instead goes back to the right where all the defenders are at. Knew where he was going as a predetermined pass. Didn't actually read the coverage. I mean, you see this guy running free on the left side of the field. No one around him. Three-man rush is going to get home again. This pressure is relentless. They're hitting their ears back and just charging at the quarterback like a homeless man chasing a ham sandwich. Oh, wow. That is going to be another sack, 7-yard loss on that one. It's going to bring up 4th and 24. Ole Miss backing up their defenders. They've got both safeties lined up at 25 yards deep. I mean, they need 24. They're going to throw the ball. No reason not to. I mean, just as good as a punt. Going to be another interception, though. That's a 7th. The only thing you got to worry about right now is how many injuries is Ole Miss going to sustain.
My best
it could affect the outcome of the rest of the season. You know, they've got some guys right now that are a little bit banged up. We'll see if he starts subbing guys in, if he's going to play some backups. Wow, this guy had that play stopped code. He's going to jump up in the air, try to hurl, get caught midair, slammed on his neck. Actually recorded his own fumble. Might be paralyzed. I don't know. That was ridiculous how he was caught mid-flight and just powerbombed to the ground. Looks like the ground did cause a fumble, even though it was rolled on the field. Hey, look, he just ran a glitch route. Are you kidding me? We're getting the glitch slang. That is what that just was. If I had to ban a play, it would be that route. And I can't believe that we just ran a glitch route in this league. It is what it is, but we know that it's there. That's an unbumpable route. The guy doesn't get a turbo boost. If you do run that, you just stem the route all the way down until you get that squiggly line, and the guy runs free either on the quick out or on this one. He went it back across the middle. Mark that down in the notes, though. Wow, okay. Gonna run the toss. He's got a blocker out in front. He's gonna make a spin. Pick up 10. That's 10 yards on the carry. Gives him 7 attempts for 15 yards, averaging a little bit over 2 yards a carry. You're not gonna win anywhere when your running game only averages 2 yards a carry. The most entertaining thing I have right now is watching the referee run back and forth to spot the ball. Because this game is a snoozer. It's 52-7 right now with 1:30 remaining in the third quarter. We're going to come out again in 2 running backs. They're going to play action. He waits a little bit, overthrows it. He did have the linebacker running underneath, trying to undercut the lane, but it was a good read. Had the patience to wait until he cleared the backer, threw the ball. Just a ill-begotten pass. He's going to throw the wheel out here. Could have probably lobbed a little bit to the running back, but tried to throw it on the line. Gets picked off. What is that? 6, 7, 8 interceptions. We're back in man-to-man. We're cover 0.
42 Spiders. 4-2 Spiders.
We've got 2 verticals on the field. We'll see if he he said, I will run the glitch route, and I'll one up you as I'll listen to the telecast, and I'll run it again. That's slot receiver number 3. He's on the corner route. He just motioned him down. He ran the blitz route again. That's awesome. Let's go. Okay.
Ready, break.
That's unbumpable. That route is unbumpable. Write it down in the books. If you guys are watching this game, take notes. I mean, that is one of the routes that you can never bump. It's not in my playbook, but I could run it if I wanted to. That is spectacular. We're running the unbumpable glitch route for the corner. Motion him down, opens up the space. You can throw that all day if you want to.
Oh, come on, bro. What kind of pass is that?
We got 3-by-1 here. I do like this pivot route on the right. That's a great man beater. It helps in zone. He's running the stick and nod. He's actually going to run across now with the tight end. Oh, this guy has no conscience. He's listening to the broadcast. I think his staff up there, his offensive coordinator, is listening to the play-by-play. Run it again, coach. Can't guard it. Lane Kiffin up there calling plays from the press box. He's got verticals all over the field. Let's see if he gets anyone. He gets underneath dive. Going to be enough for the first down. Gets inside the 10. Going to be first and go. This could be a touchdown if he decides to run the corner over here and motion back down. Throws underneath. He gets hit. Staggers a little bit. Going to get down to the 1. Going to be the end of the third quarter. It's Ole Miss 52, Georgia 7. These stats are nothing to write home about. Ole Miss is 10 of 18 for 152 yards and 3 passing touchdowns. Georgia 17 of 31 for 184 and a touchdown, but man, their turnovers have been a killer.
I don't know, man.
I'm looking to be here all day, every day. He hits RB. He throws it out there. It's going to be a touchdown. Great read. That's one of them plays where you just run that flood concept, double slants by the outside receivers, and try to sneak that inside number 3 receiver on that arrow route to the front pylon. Great concept. Going to be 59-7. Georgia is actually going to field the kickoff from deep from the 1. Gets out to about the 15. Going to start again. Back up at his own end. Let's see if they pick up about 15, 20 yards before they stall out again. There's zones all over this field, man. He's got cloud flats and seam flats, and he's got guys in half and quarter coverage. Going to be a nice run by the back here. Pick up 3 yards. This might be his best formation. He's probably underutilized it. When you get that tight bunch, I know that a lot of Madden pros will use that formation to their advantage. Quick toss over here to the right side of the field. Going to pick up 4 yards. Going to bring up the 3rd and short. I really like some of the things that Coach Warren has done, but it's just, you know, for every good thing he's done, it's just like those turnovers are just mind-numbing. You know, he kills all momentum and everything positive that he's done. We've got 4th and inches. Going to line up again in this heavy formation. Going to run the quarterback. Actually, it's a running back and quarterback like the Wildcat set. Going to pick up the 1st down. Roderick Robinson, 1 attempt for 1 yard. Longest run of the day, 1 yard. Beck goes back in after the direct snap to the quarterback or / running back. Hits the check down out here to the flats. The lineman just didn't get out and block anyway. Sets in. Wear and tear is wearing him out. He's probably down to -15 on speed. He's been getting abused throughout the day. Running back throws it late. Oh, wow. Once he hit that break, probably could have hit him, but threw it out there to that hard flat and is damn near almost picked off. There were guys running free everywhere. That looked like 7-11 because everyone was open. I mean, he had to be shocked to see so many guys in red running free. He had so many.
Do you know what? Do you know how I'm working my
defense?
defense?
Eyes, I'm sure.
Do you see what I'm doing every time? Do you see what I'm doing every time on my defense?
Man, that's another interception.
Trying to help you out, big dog.
I think we've covered
those 2 linebackers.
both the line.
The 2 linebackers are put in the middle.
Over.
Not with that, you know, that stack. That
We're
3-3.
66 points.
The 2 linebackers on the left and right side, the middle. I put them on hard flats. I just got the middle. I just got to cover the middle.
We got the
Call that a
slant on the
Mabel.
right. He actually was going down with the drag. He had the slant breaking free. The number 2 guy, the slot receiver. Three by one, we're running this levels concept again. We've got a post and a corner route with 2 under routes. Love that concept. He's actually going to go try to put it on the roof. Oh my God, the corner catches a cramp over there on the left side, falls down, leaves the receiver running free, unimpeded, and it's just another missed pass. That should have been another touchdown on the board. Third and 10, 3.5 minutes to go. That's going to be another touchdown unless he somehow just falls down. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Let's go, Rebels. Just lining my pockets right now as we bet some of the yardage that would be factored in, receptions, yards. just talked about.
Oh, fuck, oh boy.
He decided that he wanted to add his offensive stats. As he alluded to before, he's got 4 high-level prospects that have come to watch this game. He's trying to put on a show. Hopefully, none of them are running backs because his running game is less than desirable. And I know that playing style will sometimes lock you out. I've heard about it, haven't witnessed it myself, but I know that it's a factor. So hopefully he's got a bunch of elusive backs and wide receivers that he's looking to keep happy. Maybe quarterback play. But if he brings in any running backs, they'd be pissed off they had to come watch this shit show because all I'm seeing is ball being thrown all over the field. That might be picked if there was legit. You gotta be kidding me. If there was a legit defender there, that should have probably been picked off and gone the other way. But it is what it is. We close our eyes. We throw blindly to the flats. It's actually caught. Breaks 2 tackles. Takes it to the house. It's now 73-7. Too much to not enough.
You can include your audio so that they can hear you.
Long kickoff deep. Georgia gonna bring it out from the 1.
I was gonna buy him the screen. Oregon has 112
I'm sorry, 22-yard line to start this drive. Three by 1. Ole Miss stays in this 3-3 stack. They're in the 3-3 stack. I don't care. After those first couple series where they ran nickel, double mud exclusively, he's now relied on this 3-3 stack defense. The middle linebacker has just been a menace. I mean, it seems like just from me observing, Ole Miss is playing with 12 guys on the field. I mean, there's no way that you can take away deep, under, outside, over top, screen, but he is. I mean, he has guarded everything that you put on the field. He is taking away. Cover 4 shell here. But that's not what it is. They're going to roll to a 3 deep. The left corner is actually in a 3rd. But the safety rolled into a quarter coverage. Boy, that has been there from the first moment. As he rolls these safeties in this 3D, you can throw a 12 to 15-yard post all day, every day against his defense. Because he controls that linebacker and he watches the drag and the tight end running that crossing route, which he has to. But he is vulnerable to anything down the seam. And if you can throw a 12 to 20-yard post, it will be
dogging like that.
Like a cheap whore's legs on a Friday night. Wide open. Unimpeded. Quarterback's going to take off and run. I don't know if he's going to make it to the zone. He does. He gets hit right at the goal line. But Carson Beck, Georgia's playing for pride. Georgia is playing for pride. We have seen some. Are they going to go for 2? They just called a timeout. What are we doing here? They controlled the clock for 11 minutes of possession. The yardage battle is almost even, 293 to 258, but he's going to go for 2. He's got someone in his ear. Some coach. What's it matter? Another point or 2 points? Let's try to get 15. He's got a guy wide open. He makes the throw out there to the flats. Catches the ball, spins around. He's looking for someone to talk to. The Bulldogs over here surfing. I don't know why. While they're talking smack, they're getting smacked right now.
That's a pick.
Ooh. Georgia only knows one speed, and that's full speed all the time. They play like their coach. They're not quitters. They just suck. But it is what it is. It is what it is. They make their entertaining brand of football. Hard to watch sometimes, but that's going to be picked off. That is going to be picked off. He might run smack dead into a guy, even though there's probably places to run to, but they're going to get the ball again. Unfortunately, it probably gives Ole Miss a chance for another interception on defense, but we'll see. We're back in Nickel mode. He's bringing the heat. He's going to get the ball out quick. Great pass. Going to pick up another first down. I know there's a lot of cheap yards and garbage time, but he is having a little bit of success down here. He's got a slant wide open. Wide bucking open. Look at that. I would have never guessed that Georgia would put up 21 points. Even if he is down 52. You can smack me on the ass and call me Sally. I'm not guessing that he was going to score 21 points. And he's done it. He goes back to the slant. Ball gets deflected. Wide open. Wide open. He's running that hitch and slant concept on the backside. He's having some success. Exposing some holes in this vaunted defense. It's great to have this on game film. There'll be coaches around the league who are watching this eagerly, trying to dissect the defense and see if there are any weaknesses and holes. Offense looks impressive though. You know, you can't be too mad, and really, you know, Ole Miss defense for everything I said. Hell, they caused what, 8-9 interceptions. But this pass coverage does have some flaws. And each his own. I mean, not everyone's perfect. We're not going to play perfect all the time. But, you know, late in this game, we have seen some things, and I don't know if because they had backups. Oh, wait, no, he ain't subbing nobody. This is still the starters on the field.
You doing Jordan Marcus they do that when you're playing?
The only thing I can take fault with, look at it. There's a blitz route again. He's got him out here. Could be picked off.
Shit.
Oh, he caught it. The only thing that I can maybe take notice of is all of these audibles. What success will he have against an actual human opponent playing on the road? You know, because you are severely handicapped with the home field advantage when you have to make audibles and try to change up your plays, which is the key reason last night's press conference. Ole Miss talked about it, or Ohio State, I'm sorry, talked about it. They came out and ran a vanilla offense. Whatever play they called, the play they ran. You know, there was no, Happy Valley was absolutely nuts. You've got to avoid any lack of communication, any mistakes. And the best way to do that is you come out and you run whatever play you call and run to your best ability. Because you try to audible, they're not going to hear it. So, you know, if there's a takeaway from this and a negative and a 52-point win, it's just all these adjustments. You know, it's the same thing that I say and watching Oregon play. You know, you can score 100 points a game. It doesn't matter if you get in there and you got, you know, look at this. When you've got bullets flying and you've got actually someone that can make adjustments on the other side, you're not just,
Dude,
you know,
what did he do?
Of some of these players that aren't on that level, top 5 competition, top 10 competition. You know, what are you going to do when the bullets are flying at you and you've got to make some decisions and not have everything in your favor? Now, the playoffs are going to be a home game. You got a 3-way tie right now in the SEC for the league with Texas, Alabama, and Ole Miss. In real life, it would probably come back down to the 4th tiebreaker, which is going to be head-to-head record of the competition. Because none of these teams are going to play each other enough that that's going to factor in another interception by Ole Miss. The tiebreaker is going to come down to what have your opponents done. And, you know, anyone that's played Tennessee, that's going to be against them. Because Tennessee's only gave them 1 win when it comes down to all the tiebreakers.
No.
So I think that if I had my choice, Ole Miss is probably going to win all the tiebreakers and be the #1 team from the SEC.
I'll be like
Texas is also going to go undefeated, as well as probably Alabama. and you're going to have Ole Miss probably advancing with the bye, and then you've got to look to see what happens between Texas and Alabama. And more than likely, Texas and Ole Miss are going to play each other. One of them is taking a loss. I don't want to predict right now who it is. If I had to guess, though, I'd say Ole Miss is going to have advantage there. And that's going to put Alabama undefeated, probably getting the number 5 seed and having home field advantage. And because of the late loss, I don't know how far Texas might tumble. They could still maybe get a bye in the first round and be a 7 or 8 seed. But just because of the timing of it, I think that whoever doesn't play in that SEC championship game, while they don't get the full-on bye and get a top 4 seed, I would much rather be there 12-0 with the number 5 seed playing the 4. I mean, who doesn't want to go play against the number 4 seed, or it could be a number 12 seed who's in that 4 spot? So, like, Alabama could be playing Utah, Texas Tech, maybe even a Jacksonville State or one of those outliers. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot to see how that shakes out. You know, Notre Dame right now is probably going to be number 3 from the ACC. You've got the SEC winner. You've got Oregon. Right now, Oregon's number 1. Probably Ole Miss. Maybe Texas as the number 2. Notre Dame's the 3 firmly. I don't know if they're going to be playing, if they'll get the chance to play against, against Florida State. You know, that'll be intriguing. You know, that'll be an interesting, take when it comes down to it, is how does this all shake out as we get into and move into, some of these teams like, Florida State. Do they hang on? What are they going to do? Where are they going to go? Are they going to be able to make it to the conference championship game? So we've got several weeks left. It's going to be entertaining. It's going to be fun. I think it's shaking out as one hell of a run for the playoffs. A lot of teams still in the hunt, but there's a lot of football to be played. There's some guys out there that can still be a spoiler. Still be a spoiler in all of this. Looking at the schedule, I'm just going to flip through real quick. Jumping on here. Let's see where I want to go. Let's just go look at, we're in week 11. I don't know who we've got left to play. I mean, you still get, Florida State at Stanford. Florida State right now 7-2. I don't think that they're going to make it to the ACC title game. I'm going to look at the standings in the ACC. Notre Dame's there. You've got Clemson 5-1, Virginia 4-1, Florida State's 4-2. Florida State, what do they have left? I mean, do they get to play Clemson? Is that even an option? What does Clemson have remaining? I mean, that's a wild card in all of this is those teams in the ACC. We've got 2 teams over playing, but you've got Clemson, who has Virginia Tech, who's rated number 20, Pittsburgh, who sucks, and their rival, South Carolina. It's leaning toward right now, you're looking at probably Clemson and Notre Dame playing for the ACC championship. That's just a way of life. I mean, Florida State's lost a couple heartbreakers, played a lot of close games, but just haven't been able to get over that hump and win those very tight games. And it's probably going to cost them a shot at the playoffs and give Notre Dame and Coach Bray the inside lane to a top 4 seed. Looking at the other remaining schedules from the conferences, I mean, Florida State, let's look at Notre Dame. They've got NC State, who they just beat Notre Dame still has Wake Forest, W. They've got Army, W. And in week 14 now, hey, circle your calendar. Number 4 Notre Dame at number 8 USC. That's going to be a primetime game on Saturday, November 30th. Okay. So there's one game on the schedule in the ACC that they're going to be playing for something. Now, looking at the Big 12, as far as the standings are concerned, I'm pretty certain that Texas Tech is probably leading that division in the Big 12. Texas Tech is 9-0, 6-0 in the conference. Colorado 7-1, 5-0 in the conference. And then Utah is 7-2 overall, 6-1 in the conference. So, with the remaining schedules, let's kind of look ahead. What are we looking at from this Big 12? How are they going to shake out? So, Utah this week beat their rival BYU. This week, number 11 Colorado, which is 7-1, 5-0 in conference, is playing at number 9 Texas Tech. That game is going to determine which of those two teams is going to advance probably to the conference championship and win the conference. Can Utah rebound and do enough late to make it to the Big 12 championship game and keep their playoff hopes alive? In week 12, and I'm going to say this right now, Utah controls their destiny. Utah controls their destiny. They're ranked number 10 in the country. They're 7-2, 6-1 in conference. You've got Texas Tech versus Colorado. The winner has the inside track. But if Colorado would win that game, Colorado would be 7-1, 6-0 in conference. Utah wins against Colorado. That would make Utah 8-2, 7-1 in conference. And that means that Colorado would beat Texas Tech, giving them one loss. Now you've got a 3-way tie. Comes down to all those funky tiebreakers in the Big 12. So it'll be interesting to see how that all shakes out. But Utah would have the head-to-head against Colorado. Colorado would have the tiebreaker against Texas Tech. So now you've got some other variables involved. Now let's look later into it. So Texas Tech is on a bye week in week 12. In week 13, you're looking at, and let me do this real quick. I mean, we're having this post game, and let's look at this. So in the background here, you're going to see that Texas Tech is at Oklahoma State in week 13. Cakewalk. I mean, have you guys seen Coach Zach in Oklahoma State? He's on a 3-game win streak. Could he be spoiler? I don't know. He's another one. You avoid turnovers, this guy could beat anybody. But he can't get out of his own damn way. Best running back in the country. And wants to throw the ball. Why? He can run the ball every down. But anyway, I'll get back to topic. Okay. Utah has Iowa State, which is another ranked team. And Colorado plays Kansas, which is, disappointing. They're 2-6, 0-5. They were a top 20 team coming into the season. So the fact that Kansas has fell apart, they look like the old Kansas of old. I'm going to tell you, that's Kansas. That's Kansas we know. And in week 14, Utah closed out on the road at the Bounce House playing UCF. They should get away with that one. Oklahoma State then has Colorado. Oklahoma State could be spoiler. I'm going to tell you right now. Zach going to come out. I mean, he might not make the playoffs. He might not even have a winning record. This dude still has Texas Tech and Colorado on his schedule. He can either roll over like a cheap whore, or he can sit there and put up a little bit of fight and try to do something. So he's going to be some kind of factor down the stretch. And then in that last week, you've got Texas Tech, and West Virginia. West Virginia still has a pulse. So anyway, looking at all that, Utah is in the commander's seat, though, to see if they want to make the playoffs, at least make the Big 12 championship game. Big 10. Let's look at the standings real quick. We're going to look at the Big 10 standings. You're looking at right now, I got the ACC pulled up. The Big 10. Y'all fix the graphics in the background. I'm going to fire everybody. Everybody's going to get fired. Stay on task. Oregon, 10-0, 7-0 in conference. Rolling. Michigan, 7-2, 5-1 in conference. Nebraska, 6-2, 5-1 in conference. Ohio State, 8-1, 5-1 in conference. End of the year, rivalry week, Ohio State, Michigan. That's going to decide who's going to be playing Oregon in the Big 10 championship. It's going to come down to the last week. So just reviewing that real quick, let's look at the schedules. We'll see who has what remaining as we continue this post-game show. Of the sleeper that we just witnessed, this might be the most entertaining thing is looking at conference records and the standings. So as you see this week, Ohio State survived a scare playing Purdue, won 59-52. Michigan is at Indiana. Oregon beat Maryland 153-52. And then Nebraska has Arizona. And in week 12, number 1 Oregon's taking on Wisconsin, a tough Wisconsin team. Don't think they have enough speed, though, to slow down those fast receivers with Oregon. Ohio State is at Northwestern, so they're going on the road in middle of November. Weather could be a factor. That could be a snow game. We're going to have to see what the elements are going to be as we get closer into November playing in Big Ten country. Penn State's at Purdue. Nebraska's at SC. Week 13, Penn State's at Minnesota. Northwestern's at Michigan. IU's at Ohio State. Wisconsin at Nebraska. So you're seeing there's a theme there. Nebraska, Wisconsin, Michigan, Ohio State. Those 4 are all playing each other late in the season. And in week 14, rivalry week, you got Nebraska at Iowa. Michigan's at number 6 Ohio State. Maryland's at Penn State. That Maryland secondary is garbage. I just don't know if Penn State can do enough. They love to check the ball down and throw it to the running back out of the backfield and the tight end. But there's mismatches all over the place if you can throw the ball vertical against Maryland. They're just overmatched, lacking speed. This is interesting. Now, Washington's fell out of favor, but they've got speed. They might have the speed that can stay with Oregon, which is very intriguing. Oregon has got burners, but so does Washington. If the computer, CPU, whatever can, manage to put in some spots where there's just matchup, play cat defense, my best cat against your best cat, Washington matches up favorably. And then, of course, we got Notre Dame taking on number 8 SC in that huge rivalry. National implications there. And then finally, last conference we're going to review before we cut this short. You've got we're going to review the SEC. And this is, God dog it, man. I mean, this is pound for pound. This is the best conference in football right now. You've got the number 2 team in the country, Alabama, number 3, Texas, and number 5, Ole Miss. All 3 right now undefeated in the conference as well as overall records. And after that, there's a big gap to 4th place. You got Georgia and A&M and Kentucky and Auburn. They're all playing for 4th place. You got these 3 right here who are the cream of the crop. And it's been, intriguing. It's kind of sad that they haven't played each other to kind of determine on the field, but Alabama's got the best defense of this lot. They've gave up 134 points a game. Ole Miss, Scored 472, almost 100 points more, but they've gave up 204 points. Same with Texas. Texas scored 566, but they surrendered 197 points. Something's got to give. Something's got to give. You know, Texas right now is 6-0 at home, only 2-0 away, so they've been playing in the friendly confines of their home field. But let's see what we've got left just down the stretch, and then we'll pack this up and call it a night. So SEC, Mississippi State has beat Tennessee. Not a shocker. That was a battle of one-win team. Someone had to win. Something had to give. And just like most of the time, it was Julio who just gave it up again. I can't stress enough. You got to do what you do best. Do it over and over again. Georgia just lost on the road at Ole Miss, 79-21. Number 2, Alabama went on the road to Death Valley and beat LSU. That was one of the games that I had circled on my calendar. That's an impressive win. That's an impressive win. If I thought that someone might be able to play the role of spoiler, even though LSU's record is, I thought they were going to give Alabama all that they can handle. Thought they would give them a contest. And Alabama came out, looks like they rolled them. It's 28-7. Yeah, I mean, this is a nice performance, and to be very honest with you, I'm shocked that Alabama threw for 340 yards. 3 touchdowns and a pick, 24 of 29 passing, 82% completion rate. As far as running goes, this is not what I would expect from Alabama, considering that they run the ball so frequently. That they came into this game, and you're telling me that this high-powered, run-oriented offense ran the ball 15 times and ran the ball for, and I'm going to say this law, that's a jet, so that's not even, so you're looking at 14 carries for 17 yards. They must have been totally stifled by that LSU run defense. And they abandoned their running game and said, hey, we're going air Coryell. We're going to throw the ball. And when you've got a burner like Kendrick Law, who's one of the fastest players on the game, looks like Coach B made the adjustment and went to his bag of tricks and was able to find some offense enough that to have success. So tip my hat to him. He's not so one-dimensional that, you know, he can't do anything else. And, you know, he proved me wrong. And Alabama's a serious contender. You know, I've watched them. I mean, I've played them personally. I've watched them play against Oregon. Watched them play against Tennessee. Things are coming together down there in Tuscaloosa. Things are coming together. You know, and he's having some success on the recruiting trail. You see that Texas beat Florida. Looking at the remaining schedule, Texas goes and plays the Hogs at Arkansas. That should be a snooze fest. Tennessee is at Georgia. Good googly moogly. Y'all circle your calendar. I mean, I think that Georgia somehow is going to probably be the favorite here. Interesting game. Interesting matchup. Nothing matters in that game. I mean, they're playing for, you know, Georgia's playing for a bowl game. That's it. No other user games there that matter anyway. Week 13, You've got number 21 Kentucky at Texas. Kentucky has some pieces. I just don't know if it's enough to go against that Texas team. You've got number 5 Ole Miss at Florida. Look, this is all you need to know about Florida. Tennessee beat Florida. That's going to be a laugher. And then the last game on the schedule, which, I talked about LSU and giving Alabama problems. Oh, I've watched Oklahoma play. They've got some studs, but they're failing miserably. They're 3-6 overall. I don't see where these losses are going to come from. Now, Texas does go on the road and plays Texas A&M. Maybe the home field advantage will factor into that game. I haven't watched Texas. I couldn't tell you if he's making all of these audibles and adjustments. If maybe home field advantage plays a role in it when he's not allowed to make all those changes. Maybe he can jump out and silence the crowd, and then it doesn't matter and he can do whatever he wants. But that's the only game that probably of this remaining schedule that there's going to be any interest in. You've got Mississippi State at Ole Miss, sleeper. And, Auburn at Alabama, snooze fest. So there's maybe one, possibly two games left on this schedule that could determine, the playoffs. Other than that, we know. This is garbage. This is garbage behind me. Let me see which way. As you look at this, right now they've got Oregon number 1, Alabama 2, Notre Dame is 3, and Texas Tech is 4. I alluded to earlier, I would want to be the team who's number 5 there. Just me. I know pride gets in the way, but if you got 3 SEC teams undefeated, leave me out of it. I don't want to play that user and possibly lose. Give me the 5 seed playing a 12, and then you're going to get Utah or Texas Tech in the first round. Let's go. Sign me up. I'm throwing games down. I'm not losing, but I'm playing games close to the vest here, man. I want the 5 seed. You're telling me I get Texas Tech, I get UAB and Texas Tech all day. Chalk that up. Now, you are staring down Oregon, but semifinals. Yeah, you got 3 games to play. 2 games before that, but you make it there, you're undefeated, and you're facing an undefeated Oregon team. Let's go. You can't be scared. You're scared to go to church. But that's where my feelings are at on that. I want that 5 seed. I want to be the one left out of the SEC Conference Championship. And let you guys play with a chip on their shoulder. Let you play with a chip on their shoulder, as a coach. Be like that Florida State last year. Be like, oh, you left me out? That's how it should have been. Instead of they lay down as well, like, oh, we're going home. We didn't make the playoffs. No, there's 12 teams in this now. That's motivation. Put that up on the chalkboard. That's bulletin board material. So, yeah, that's where I'm at. You see down here at the bottom, over where are we at? Over here. Look at all these users. You got Ole Miss playing Colorado, Utah, Ohio State, 2 users head to head. And then in the quarterfinals, you've got Notre Dame and Alabama. So you're looking at Ole Miss, Utah, Ohio State, Notre Dame, Alabama. 5 of the 6 teams at the bottom. That is loaded. And, you know, say what you want. Say what you want. Penn State ain't out of it. You see at that top, you got USC, 2-loss team in the Big Ten. They're going to lose the third game. They could shock the world. They could beat Notre Dame, but my money's on Notre Dame. So USC ain't going to be on this list. They're falling off. Colorado, Texas Tech, Utah, that trifecta, there's going to be some losses there. They play each other. There's a great chance Penn State's going to break through the glass and maybe sneak into the playoffs. You don't want to play Penn State. You don't want to play Penn State. I'm going to tell you right now. Now, there's only a couple teams in this dynasty that can attack that weakness of that Penn State group, which is their rush defense. I don't think anyone's going to concentrate on just running the ball. Maybe Alabama, Ohio State. Everyone else's pride's going to get in the way. They're going to want to throw the ball. You're not going to throw the ball around the yard on that dude. You're not going to do it. You're not going to do it. And he plays sound offensively. It was, that. Listening to that press conference last night and watching that film, there are question marks. But, that Ohio State coach came out last night and he played to his strengths. He didn't let the game get away from him. Special teams kind of hurt him. He didn't kick a field goal before half, missed an early field goal in the first quarter, or extra point, I'm sorry, and then misses a field goal at the end of the game. So, he left points on the board, but, I heard that the kicker was playing with an injury. They replaced him late in the game, put in their punter, who's actually way better at kicking the ball anyway, made a slight adjustment, was able to hold on. But given all the factors and everything went on into it, it was a good contest. It was a good game. Good game. Interesting. I'm going to wrap this up, though. I look forward to it, man. Guys, if you're still here and you're still watching, this has been great. We've got some really good players, some really good guys. I look forward to every one of these matchups. I'm glad that we're able to provide some of this coverage and give you guys an analysis and a breakdown and talk about football and joke and cut up and have fun with it. We do it a little bit different than everyone else. You got all these guys that want to tell you, I'll do this, do that. I'm going to recruit. Buddy, let me tell you what. You want to recruit? Join this dynasty. You got 12 humans going head-to-head, going after top recruits. You've got the likes of Ohio State and Alabama and Notre Dame and Oregon and Texas. You've got elite of the elite. This ain't trying to trick the damn computer with a one-star team recruiting all 5 stars. You got 32 5-stars in this dynasty every year. And we're going head-to-head, battling for recruits every single week. Throwing out everything that we have to try to secure these guys. Go out on the field, win matchups, bring in recruits, convince them to come play for your school. This is only year one of the dynasty. We're probably going to go 30 years deep in this. Might not finish with all 12 guys that really start. There's going to be some guys that are going to probably fall by the wayside. But we've got a commitment of guys that are going to stay true to this dynasty, stay playing. We're going to have fun with it. We're going to talk smack. It's going to be entertaining. But thank you guys for joining us. Come back soon. I don't know what the schedule is. I've got to look. I know we've got some entertaining games coming up real soon. I've just got to make sure that everyone's available, or if I can, steal some feeds and post the analysis. But we'll keep doing this. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it. But other than that, man, this is fun. I mean, this is fun. When you're sitting here and you're breaking down playoffs, we're 3-4 weeks out, and I'm giving you the what ifs on who can make the playoffs, what's going to happen. I mean, we're getting more and more data, more and more information. It's, a lot of this stuff is coming to fruition. There's still some unknowns. We've only seen Texas, he's only played one human opponent, and that's his buddy that played football with him at Hanover College. So I don't know, what's going on. The world hasn't seen Texas play yet. He is still the one unknown factor. Even though he's scoring 80-some points a game at times, Oregon's scoring. Let me show you something. We're playing 5-minute quarters on Heisman. If you guys don't know and haven't, just joining us and just watching, I'm going to show you something, okay? I'm going to show you something. You can sit there and say what you want. You still have to have skill. You found something. But look at these last 4 games by Oregon. I don't care. I played the guy. I know what he can do. He plays in the MCS. He's figured out some stuff. 90 points in a 5-minute quarter on Heisman. 195 points. 136 points. 152. Now, I think he is going to be hindered, though, because he's gaming the system. He ain't running that glitch route, though. He ain't running. I know what he's running. I'm watching. But what's he going to do when he gets hit in the mouth? Everyone's got a plan. Everyone's got a plan until you get hit in the mouth. And right now, he's taking advantage of some bums. Taking advantage of the logic of the defense. No one else complains when they're running nickel, double mug, and blitz every down. But this dude scores 150 points and does it. Oh, we got complaints. We got people complaining. Dude, you can run the same offense. You can sit there and throw a bomb every single play. You got to throw accurate. You got to catch the ball. You got to run the ball. You got to stop people. Got to stop people. I mean, I know what that offense is. I mean, I scored 98 early in the year against a bum. Defense is getting tougher. I mean, look at this game. I could not stop Purdue tonight to save my life. Could not stop them. So, hey, man. Anyway, that's enough. We'll come back. I'll have some more analysis. We'll have some more games in the future. Thank you guys for tuning in, though. It's been great. And hopefully, I'm going to have some more videos come up. We're going to show you guys some tips and tricks and go into recruiting. I mean, there's a lot of videos out there on YouTube on how to recruit, but those are just for one-man dynasties, you gaming the computer. I'm going to wait until this season's over, though. I've put together some stuff. Don't want to share all my input. Everyone in the league is watching these videos, so they're going to see what I'm doing, and I don't want to show that head-to-head while it's actually going on. So I'm going to wait till the season's over, give some feedback. Maybe some of the guys will actually take notes. I doubt it. Probably most of them are going to be so far behind anyway because they didn't take, whatever the coach abilities they should have to start the dynasty, so they're going to be behind the 8 ball, but I will share some of those facts with anyone watching who's interested in doing it. And of course, anyone can always leave me comments. I'll respond and share the wealth, but it helps that I've got Joaquin White, who's my son, who sits behind me, and we both have a lot of knowledge on this, and I think we've kind of figured out some stuff, and we bounce some ideas between each other, and it's helped both of our programs. But at the end of the day, we're also in the same conference playing each other. And, I put out a letter, 400,000 views on Twitter. It brought a lot of attention this way, but I talked all that smack and I lost the game. So there's a lot of pride there. I'm still coming back to beat him. So, with all that being said, we work in unison, but I still keep some stuff in my back pocket. And I think he's a little bit worried after watching that running game last night and, me going for, watching, if you guys checked it out last night, Ohio State ran for 327 yards. Got to play defense. You can't play defense. I'm going to run the ball down your throat until you stop it. So anyway, that's enough. FAIRDALE Kings, and I'm out. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll be back again soon. Y'all have a good night.